This is Jared Parry for Boxing Social in association with freebets.com, Forged Irish Stout, Empire Fight Store. Delighted to be joined by Michael, the Bounty Hunter. We're on the eve of some bad news, Michael, as the undisputed heavyweight world title fight that everyone was looking forward to in Saudi Arabia on February the 17th between Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury has been postponed due to a cut to Tyson Fury. Can I just ask your thoughts first and foremost on the postponement of that fight?
Well, I'm not surprised. I've said it in multiple interviews that I I really have a hard time seeing Tyson Fury get in the ring with Usyk. Usyk is those honorable type of warrior, and he plays with inches. So I just think that Tyson, it's going to take a little bit more money to get him in the ring. I mean, it needs to be in a better situation. I think Usyk is a bad look for him, uh, because of who he has to fight, how he has to win. He has to win in predominant fashion. When Usyk uh, is um, is an endurance type of fighter. So I think the styles make fights, and I think Tyson Fury kind of knows that. And there again, something happens.
Say, since the news came out, it was there has been footage that seems to be leaked of Tyson Fury sustaining the cut in sparring. Have you seen this footage?
A little, yeah.
What's your thoughts on the footage?
I mean, I think the whole thing is a hoax. I mean, is not. He's been doing this for quite some time since he started. He's been banned. He was banned in England. He's banned in America. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just all catching up with him, and it's really unfortunate that he was able to trick the people and trick the Saudi people to waste their time and their money. Um, you know, I think it's very easy to see. It's not rocket science.
So you said at the start there you weren't surprised this fight didn't go ahead. You said that was because you thought Fury might have wanted more money. Do you think there's any other motivations as to why you thought this fight wouldn't go ahead?
I don't necessarily think it's about the money. I don't think you can pay him enough money. I think it's about him losing his reputation, and the reputation is more than his money. His reputation can make him all sorts of money, but once he loses that, it's going to be no coming back from that. You know, um, and he didn't look too good in his last fight with somebody who had his first professional fight, and you know, to be in this world class shape, that lets you know that he's not gonna be ready at this time. It's not in his. It takes a long time. It takes more. Yes, when you're in camp, it only takes 8 to 10 weeks or 12 weeks or whatever. When you're talking about training camp, but there's a lot of doing before the training camp happens. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of places where mental places you need to put yourself in before that. And I just think that Tyson Fury has been all over the place, and mentally we already know he's up and down anyway. So I just think that the whole thing was a hoax. I don't believe it one bit. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's in his name. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to bash no one, but if you do you feel gypped? No.
To to going on from that, Usyk's promoter Alex Krassyuk has suggested to Tyson Fury maybe he should consider retirement. Now, what do you think of them comments?
I mean, I think that's just, I think that's an honest opinion from him, but also that's just a little stab, you know what I'm saying, just because of their frustration and, their situation. But if you know Tyson Fury and you know the Fury family, then you know that this is a regular move. I mean, it's been done their whole career, and it started off with me in the amateurs when I picked up on it, and when I taught Tyson Fury, and Huey Fury. Tyson Fury's done it to David Hay. He's done it on numerous occasions, and it's just it's unfortunate that we don't have somebody that's supposedly the head of boxing and the head honcho not be honorable as he should be. You know what I'm saying? We have a villain in there, and I think that it's time for a change.
So following on from that, then they were also suggesting that Usyk still wants to go ahead with a fight on February the 17th. A name that's been suggested quite heavily is Filip Hrgovic. Now, I think many people would be happy to see that fight. Now, obviously, Hrgovic coming off the back of a one-round stoppage victory over Mark Demori back in December. Would that fight interest you if that was the replacement opponent for Tyson Fury on that date?
Nah, not really. I think I think Usyk just outboxes him, gets him confused, and just makes it a nice, easy little victory. I mean, um, it should be, you know, it shouldn't be hard. Usyk and them, they have the ball should be is in their part is in their, you know, is on their side. So uh, it should be easy. But um, you know, what sucks is what we have in the business is uh, exploitation instead of cultivation. There's no cultivating the sport. Everybody is taking, and this is just a bad situation for all of boxing as a whole, and it is really unfortunate. And this is kind of why boxing has been struggling for quite some time because there's no promoters there out there, and there's no actually companies that want to cultivate. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of exploitation instead of cultivation. So this is what we're going to get. We're going to constantly see turbulence in the industry, and as we've seen. So
Do you think that Fury Usyk? Do you think Usyk should have an interim fight, or do you think they should hold out and wait for Fury's cut to heal and just go for the
if
undisputed
you
title?
guys wait for Fury, y'all gonna be waiting your whole life. You're gonna be waiting until it's spoiled. He's not coming. Uh, the cut was probably all scripted. He was very quiet right after the Francis Ngannou. Uh, when he got knocked down by Francis Ngannou, that was the moment all of this started to happen. The only people that didn't know was the public, but Tyson Fury knew. He's done this numerous of times on numerous occasions, so it's not a secret. This is something that this is a common thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a common theme around what they go. If somebody when you have $50 million at stake, you have a lot of people, a team, a whole team. When I used to fight in some of my guys, I said this is fake. When I used to fight in the Klitschko camp, if I even closely got the better of Vladimir Klitschko, you wouldn't have seen it for too long because Emmanuel will pull you out and get somebody else. They don't need that. This is a business. You know what I'm saying? So for them, they have people that make sure you don't get in no car accidents, making sure you ain't getting sick, you're healthy, all that. That's what $50 million fights come with. So for him to get cut in on that, and for him to have a show a little, you know what I'm saying? It's just I don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's unfortunate that we have somebody so dishonorable, and people looking at him as him being the number one champion. I mean, the guy almost got stopped by Otto Wallin. You see what Anthony Joshua did to Otto Wallin. Um, he got dropped by Steve Cunningham. He punched himself in his face. I mean, come on now. I mean, you guys really think this guy is that good? You know what I'm saying? He's been heard on numerous occasions being dropped by tons of people. You know what I'm saying? Being cut by tons of people. Um, yes, he has a little warrior, fight in him. But like I said, we need somebody who's going to cultivate the sport and who's going to represent the sport. Like Muhammad Ali and beyond. You know what I'm saying? So until we get those people champs and those people champs type of fighters are also in the company. You know what I'm saying? When we get those type of companies that want to, like I said, cultivate the sport, then we won't have this shenanigans because that stuff would be tightened. I guarantee that this type of stuff would not happen in the UFC.
In terms then of Oleksandr Usyk, obviously holds 3 of the world titles at heavyweight. You've been in the ring with him, albeit at cruiserweight. Is there any heavyweight you could see out there now that you believe could beat Oleksandr Usyk?
um, I think I'm the only one that's competitive, to compete. You know what I'm saying? I think there's other people that, could give him a good fight, but I don't think anybody, as far as, with the skills and, the equipment to go out there and actually have victory over him. I think it's really slim.
Another fight I do want to ask you about, we've mentioned both the names, Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou. Do you think this is a good example for a good chance for Anthony Joshua to continue on the momentum that he had against Otto Wallin?
I mean, no, I mean, not really. I think that they killed the momentum, to be honest, as far as his skills. They're gonna not gonna be able to get a good gauge. I think. Um, uh, Obviously, the guy has only one professional fight, even though he did very well. But we're talking about a totally different sport. Um, that's why rugby players aren't the best at football, playing football, and vice versa. They're two different sports, very similar, but they're just different. So I think that, like I said, Tyson Fury did a poor example, but I know that Anthony Joshua is a little bit more well-rounded when it comes in his head. Now has some ups and downs too, but he's not as he's a little bit more consistent, I would say. And I think that he does exceptionally well with Francis Ngannou. But I think Francis Ngannou should still has the opportunity to do some good. He doesn't have to win the fight. Him not getting knocked out and then going the distance would be a major win for him. Um, and anything in between of that, anything in between that as well, I think would be exceptionally well for him. So. I think for boxing, that's another thing. Like I said, that's exploitation at its finest. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they
So,
want to see. So
final one then from me, Michael. When can we expect to see you back in the ring?
I'll be back in March, April, and hopefully in the end of the year. I'm planning to fight 3 times this year.
Any names that you really want to get in the ring with?
Uh, nah, I feel like I play chess with. You know what I'm saying? I'm the best. I'm the best out here. I've been the best boxer, bar none. You know what I'm saying? Pound for pound, and so it doesn't matter who I fight, to be honest.
Actually, just to add on from that, a lot of people talk about Martin Bakole at the minute. You yourself have said that rematch. You signed for it in the past. Can we see you against Bakole this year in a rematch?
They've been pushing this guy, ever since he's been, winning a couple of fights after, he was destroyed by me. So, he's been doing well, except, he's been doing pretty good for himself after his loss, and people want to see it, but he doesn't want to see it. His trainer doesn't want to see it because they know exactly what would happen. They tried to do that same bull stuff when we first met. They considered me as a cruiserweight, looked me up and down, blah blah blah, and now is terrified. And to say I don't have anything that they have is crazy because anybody with the ego, anybody in boxing would want to say if I got whooped by a smaller guy, well, would want to get that back. I mean, so I do got something over him, and hopefully, the fight happens. We could do it somewhere, wherever he wants. But I think that, and this is the same situation that I'm dealing with Martin Bakole is the same situation Usyk's dealing with Tyson Fury. It's the type of style that he's going to lose in. It's the capacity that he's going to lose in. He's going to get drowned. No, heavyweights want to be knocked out. They want to have an excuse. Well, he was the better fighter that night. I can try better next time. There's something I got to do. But when you've been technically knocked out or technically stopped, technically beat, and there's nowhere else to go, your stock goes down. You know what I'm saying? So they'll try to criticize him by saying, he's low reward or, high risk. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this situation is about for Tyson Fury is and for Martin Bakole is that we're very risky, and it is what it is.
Well, brilliant. Well, thank you for joining us on Boxing Social, Michael. We're all looking forward to hopefully seeing you back in the ring in the early part of this year. And like I said, once again, thank you very much for your time and joining us on Boxing Social.
Say that again.
I said thank you very much for joining us on Boxing Social. We're all looking forward to your ring return now, hopefully early part of this year. And all the best.
Yes. You'll be seeing me soon, man. Hopefully I'll be pulling up to England or over there sooner than you guys think.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time, Michael.
One love.
We need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.